PSG means public service governance. We Kenyans realize that we have gone through much in terms of pre-election and post-election periods. We have suffered a lot, like in 2007, 2008. Actually, since 1992, there hasn't been any elections without some negative effects. The climax was 2007, 2008, where many families were displaced. Many people lost their families, many people lost their property, many people died actually in the Republic of Kenya.
As we appreciate the current system of governance in Kenya, vote-driven governance through general elections, we must embrace the fact that a change is as good as a rest. We salute the pioneers and custodians of the democratic system of governance which has governed the country since independence to date. The democratic system and its leadership have all been birthed through politically elected representatives and governed through political party entities. The social, economic, and political unrest that has been experienced through the elective system of governance is a clear indication of failure of democratization and political meltdown.
What we can see, the political temperatures ahead of 2017 elections are telling us a lot. And the elections are telling us is like we are not able to live as one family in the Republic of Kenya. We could do something better, like establishing a system that will bring us together, a cohesive nation, a nation that we live for the sake of each other, a nation that is united, a nation that we love one another, a nation that we don't necessarily have to do election to bad leadership.
It is time for change. It is time to take a break from elective system of governance and embrace a higher, peaceful, cohesive, and cost-friendly system of governance called public service governance, or as formerly known, Kenya Bila Uchaguzi. Having a motto, living for the sake of others, PSG is determined to see a peaceful community living in harmony and enjoying the public services to the fullest.
Be having a very beautiful country where we are not fighting against each other, a country where we are not tribalistic, because of political affiliations, a country that we are not divided according to political party beliefs and groupings, a country where we are all united.
Madam Esther Wariga, having been given the vision of this new form of administration, has a greater call to see efficient and effective public services given to the people of the Republic of Kenya. PSG will bring oneness in the Republic of Kenya through facilitation of positive change in mindset and embracing positive social value and divine standards of life. It will educate Kenyans on the new system of governance through training, workshops, media, and other forms of communication. Rather than having many elective posts, PSG will set up the legislative guide, structure, and systems that operate the public service government through ministries.
Public service governance is a system whereby we shall have ministries only, like Ministry of Water, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Energy, taking care of the development mandate of the nation. Before, we have been having elected representatives taking care of these of education, water, and all these services that Kenyans need. But now that the PSG system of governance is going in totality to eliminate elections and all elected representatives, even political parties that have divided us as Kenyans, then we are going to have only ministries taking care of the development mandate of the nation. That is, the ministries are going to be mandated to serve Kenyans. Whether Kenyans need water, whether they need roads, whether they need health, whether they need energy, the ministries will take care of that.
Why PSG?
PSG will ensure that people live for the sake of others, and actually living for the sake of others will wipe out corruption in totality, because if I live for your sake, I will not corrupt you. If you live for my sake, you will not corrupt me, and that is what we are going to adopt. Actually, corruption will not be wiped out by taking, we have had a long time, cases are taken to courts. Ethics and Corruption Commission is doing so much, but still now corruption still continues. Then you ask yourself, what is the solution? The solution will be living for the sake of the other human being. Do not corrupt the other human being, because you live for their sake. And of course, the love of God at the center of all government strategic interventions, because the moment you fear God, then you will fear his creation, and then you will not corrupt his creation. So it's a total paradigm shift. We are also calling Kenyans to have a character change, positive character change, mindset, positive mindset. We must change all this so that we can have a beautiful nation under God's sovereignty. It is time now to allow the power of God to work through even PSG. It is time to come together as one nation under God. It is time to eliminate systems that has been oppressing us. It is time to advance. It is time now to move to another higher level of governance. And I always say that there is always time for everything, and everything that has beginning has an end. I want to remind Kenyans that in matters technology and communication, we have come from far. During those traditional days, if you wanted to have a meeting in your place, you used to beat drums or maybe put up a fire so that the community around can know that you're calling for a meeting. We advanced in technology. After that, we had telephone booths to communicate. After telephone booths, we had the Thuraya phones that had a very long antenna. After Thuraya phones, we had the Murikamwizi phones. After the Murikamwizi phones, today we are having smartphones. We are able to communicate like from somebody in the US. Anytime you're able to communicate around the world. This is the same case that systems of governance should adopt. It is the same system. We have been on the same system for a long time. Democracy since we were born up to now. No. We have to say it's time for a paradigm shift on governance. Therefore, we had the traditional ways of governing, which were replaced by the elective or democratic system of governance. Now we are saying democracy is not providing solutions anymore to our current governance structure or governance system. So what we do, we move on to another higher level. We must embrace evolution even in governance. So it's time, and Kenya is ripe for a new system of governance called public service system of governance.
All the taxpayers' money spent during general election exercise, voter registration, campaigns, political party expenditure, paying salaries to all elected representatives, buying election materials, and sustaining the Electoral Commission shall all be geared towards streamlining of public service, towards effective and efficient delivery of services to the taxpayers, and more so towards national growth and development. PSG governance shall bring a total rebirth, total liberation, and total revolution to the Republic of Kenya.